Well, you've set your goals for January, right? For the year, your personal goals and your team goals, right? Now what? Okay. And so today, I want to introduce you a brand new series on team building, on how to position your team for success. I'm Gail Bates, CEO of MyMentorBiz.com, where I help leaders grow million-dollar teams. And we work on systems and strategies to help them scale and grow. And today I want to share with you 8 critical success factors that helped me grow my million-dollar team. And this is actually going to be a brand new series that I'm introducing to you. I usually do a 4-week series every month. And so we're going to be talking about how to help your team have high sales with what I call critical success factors. I'm going to be sharing with you how to help your team have consistent bookings with 2 success factors. I'm going to be sharing with you on how to recruit and grow your team members so that your team expands. And we're going to work on how to promote leaders, okay? And 2 critical success factor tips that truly helped me grow my million-dollar team. So let's dive into today's tip, which is all about helping your team have consistent high sales. So the 2 critical success factors that I highly recommend, the first one is teaching your team how to have $1,000 parties, okay? What happens when your team members have $1,000 parties? Well, of course, they get great commission income, right? The hostess must be extremely happy because she got great rewards from having a high sales party. The guests obviously enjoyed it because everybody bought, most people bought, and the sales are at $1,000, right? So it's a really important part of training and teaching your team members how to have success. And when I worked with one of my private clients on this, she worked on this specifically, the strategy, for 6 months. She saw enormous results with this. So how do you teach them how to do that? Well, today you might want to write these down. I have 3 short tips, because I do a whole training on how to have a $1,000 party. But 3 important steps that I highly recommend is working with your team on hostess coaching. You can never stop training your team and helping them how to work with their hostesses to have successful parties. The second tip I highly recommend is what I call outside orders. They're golden. And teaching your team how to get $200, $300 outside orders before their parties, working with the hostess. You know, they're already on their way to the $1,000 in sales. That's one of the big keys. And third is checkout. Teaching your team members to become what I call experts at checkout. Every one of my clients gets this training from me because it is one of those critical factors in having high sales at every party. So that's my first tip in helping your team members have sales. The second tip is what I call creating a very strong follow-up system for all of your team members to use. And one of the strongest follow-up systems I introduced to my team that got enormous results was a weekly follow-up system. Now, I have a great little handout for you today, so you can check that and download that below, okay? But this weekly follow-up system was all about following up with 5 types of people every week. Your hostess, of course, every week you're going to be following up with hostesses. Your customers, if you have that customer system in place, you're making sure you're following up with at least 2 to 3 customers every week. Your prospects, the people that are thinking of joining the business, you want to make sure you're following up with those every week. Any new business, people you just met that needs a follow-up right away to come into your funnel, okay? And then, of course, if you're building a team members need to be followed up with. But this is a really strong weekly follow-up system that really made a difference in positioning my team for success as we grew to the $1 million level. So I want to make sure that when you embrace these critical success factors, as I call them, you're positioning your team and you to really have that continuous growth on your team and move up the top of your ladder to your comp plan. So I hope you subscribe to my channel, because next week I'm going to be talking about how to teach your team 2 critical success factors in having consistent bookings on their calendar. Have a great week.